I believe that all students are writers and capable of writing prolifically at even a young age. I think back to one of my classes 2 years ago. It was in May, and the students had taken the 7th grade California Standardized Test, or CSTs, for writing earlier that day. Since it was the third period, the last class of the day on our block schedule, and they had already spent 100 minutes writing an on-demand essay that morning, I thought I'd give them a break and skip our daily writing for the day. When I announced this decision to the class, I was expecting cheers, or at least sighs of relief. Instead, my announcement was greeted with a collective groan and the class begging for time to write. I of course acquiesced, and the class quickly got into the flow of our daily writing, after writing for nearly 2 hours already that morning. As if that weren't inspiring enough, when the timer chimed, indicating the end of the daily writing session, they even begged for more writing time. That was 2 years ago, and I initially believed that it was just one of those years where the stars seemed to align and that such an experience would not and could not be replicated. 2 years later, and 3 student cohorts later, and I realized that it was not an isolated or unique set of circumstances. This realization led me to believe that it is essential for a teacher to establish a community of writers, where students feel a shared sense of mission or purpose. This requires the teacher to show their passion and love for writing themselves, and to create a space where students belong, where their voices are heard and they matter. We introduce ourselves as writers on the first day of school. That's writers with a capital W. We have a writer sign that we give each other, where each of us extends the opposite thumb and index finger to form half of a W and make the W together. If one writer gives another writer half the writer sign, the other is obligated to complete it, for you never leave a fellow writer hanging. We call ourselves Writers for Life, and I have made writer stickers that students earn for positive classroom behaviors and accomplishments. These are just a small bit of what it goes in to be a true writer. It may seem over the top, but I believe it's all worth the extra effort and personal expense when I encounter a student around campus, or even around town, and they enthusiastically greet me with, "Mr. Myers, I'm a writer," and give me our writer sign. Of course, I never leave them hanging. I'm extremely proud of my students. They show their passion, their creativity, and their intelligence on a daily basis. They accomplish more with their writing than I've ever would have imagined, and I see them each and every day as the true Writers for Life that they are.